What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Trying to get it out of the way early today. I don't want you guys waiting. And it's the weekend. Got some plans. Exciting plans. Go wash the car, first of all. and then go have brunch. But I want to talk about a couple prison characters I met. Prison is full of characters. Some of the funniest dudes you'll ever meet are in there. You know, they say a lot of the best comedians in the world suffer a lot of inner pain. And I've met some motherfuckers that must have had a hell of a pain inside because they were funny. Now, these two dudes, I'm going to talk about two dudes, man. These dudes weren't trying to be funny. They just were who they were. I'm going to say the names. I'm not going to say where they're from. The first guy, I think I've spoke about him. Well, I have spoke about him, but I think I even talked about some of this before. First guy, his name is Ziggy. He was like a goofy white dude, right? He had been down a long time. He actually was on America's Most Wanted. They interviewed him, I think, when he was in Old Folsom, I think. Right. And I worked with him in the kitchen, lived right there in the same section. We were in B7 together, New Folsom. And him and his cellie both worked in the kitchen. Me and Ziggy worked together at night. His cellie was a dude named Anthony or Tony. He worked in the kitchen in the morning. Because he worked in the morning, he had access to lunches. And if you ever walk by Ziggy and Anthony or Tony, I don't remember which one. We're just going to call him Anthony. If you ever walk by Ziggy and Anthony's cell, anytime, day or night, January, August, the following January, their entire cell floor was full of state lunches. So shout out to all the bikers. No disrespect, but in prison out here in California, we have a term, right? How about those on biker status? That means he is a booger eater. That dude is filthy. His cell's dirty. Like, you don't even want to shake his hand. You hit him, you can get that elbow one time. Bing. Okay, gracias. Right? Well, one time, I told a story where the blacks and the whites they got into it, right? On B yard. And Ziggy used to always wear these horrible, they were supposed to be gray shorts. They were not. I don't even know what the fucking color was, but they weren't what they formerly were, right? And they had holes in them. So you would always wear those fucking shorts to yard, right? And a beat up shirt. It didn't matter if the collar was all stretched out. It didn't matter. He had a fucking shirt on. That's the way Ziggy looked at it, I guess, right? So what do you know about the whites and blacks are on lockdown for the shit? You know, every time the doors crack, somebody's getting whacked. What do you know about? They're on lockdown for about a month, right? When they finally open the yard back up for the whites and blacks, how in the fuck are Ziggy's shorts dirtier than before the lockdown? We're like, Ziggy, were you asking Vatos to bring dirt in from the yard and you just rubbing it on yourself? Like, he looked like he didn't shower for the month. We were like, how are you in your cell for a month and you still don't wash your yard clothes, big dog? Like, man, homie. Ziggy did not give a fuck. Ziggy had one arm. It was like, no, I think both of his arms. No, one arm was like that. It was weird and he would walk all weird with it. That motherfucker made him good at handball. Somehow, some way. Now, the next one. I ain't gonna lie. You guys know, those of you that were on the live last night, thank you guys for being on the live every night that I've gone. I appreciate it. You guys know I had some drinks last night. I'm not really hungover, but when I think about this next guy, my stomach is turning. Ugh. So the next guy, his name is Red. Okay, Red was a tier tender, and he was the tier tender from hell. The tier tender is the guy that passes out lunches or picks up trash, sweeps and mops the tiers, allegedly, because Red wasn't doing pretty much any of that. He'll pass some shit out, but I want you guys to understand something. If you haven't noticed, I like to talk shit. You come around my cell and I'm all right with you, that should be a story I tell. I want you guys to know something. In prison, when somebody likes you, like they're cool with you, they're going to roast you. They're going to clown with you. It's when somebody stops clowning with you that your motherfucking antennas better be up. Somebody don't clown around with you, they don't like you. Now, anyways, Red would come through in the morning. Ugh. He was tall. He had long, orangish gray hair. His skin color was like death, like greenish, yellowish, white. And he would come to my cell, and I would just be on him, roasting his fucking ugly ass. And that fool would be like, "Man, shut up." He would try to tell me shut up or whatever, right? But his dentures didn't fit his mouth. He's trying to tell me to shut up and hold his teeth in at the same time. Motherfucking teeth were flopping around. I was like, how dare those motherfuckers have that nerve? You know what I'm saying? How dare their motherfucking teeth? Oh, man. And I never wanted him to like slide anything under the door to me. I didn't want him to have to bend at all anytime he came to my cell. You want to know why? Ugh. And I swear it was the same one every time. That vato would go to bend down and a booger. It's not a snot. Like, oh, my stomach. Listen, you ever remember those little dirty kids when you're a kid and there was always that one that had that mean old booger hanging down right there and you don't want to tell them nothing because if you tell them, hey, man, wipe your nose, they'll go like that. Oh. Well, Red's was worse. Red's was like, Red's was like elastic, eh? And it never fucking failed. He would go to bend, like to grab something, and it would come out, and like, boom, okay, that's as far as I want to go. It would hang out of his nose like that. Whoa. It would hang out of his nose and like swing, like, yup, you see me. And I would be like, fucking Red, put that thing away. He'd go. And it would go back in. Fuck, he was disgusting, man. I've had to deal with that memory. I just feel like spitting right now. Like you guys are saying, you guys keep telling me how great of a storyteller I am and how you can see it. I hope you saw that booger. Why wouldn't it break? And why wouldn't he blow his nose? Men in Black. That was a motherfucking alien right there. Oh, man, that righteously turned my stomach, and I hope it turned yours so that we bonded right there. We will never forget. We made a memory, guys. Made a fucking memory. Shout out to Red. There's no way Red's still alive. His booger might be. But there ain't no way fucking Red's alive. Ziggy might still be alive. Got his shorts standing up by themselves in the corner, waiting for your order. Fuck, eh? Why did they have so many lunches on the floor? You know what? I shouldn't even be telling funny stories about prison, because my whole goal when I tell these stories is why you shouldn't be there. You know, why prison is no fun. It's for the birds. But honestly, there are times when you're going to laugh in there, but you have to laugh. You might cry if you don't, right? Sooner or later. But I'm going to keep this short, keep this brief. Today is Saturday. Hopefully it's beautiful where you are. Take the family out, man. Make some fucking memories. And try not to think of Red's horrible booger when you're eating. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. One of you is going to think of it when you're eating, though. I'm out.